Welcome to God's Blueprint to Wealth. Today we're diving into a powerful financial principle rooted in biblical wisdom, the 10-10-80 rule. This ain't some newfangled financial scheme, folks. This is time-tested wisdom that's helped people for generations. This rule teaches us to tithe 10%, save 10%, and live on 80% of our income. That's right, you heard me correctly. We're going to talk about honoring God with your finances, building a future you can be proud of, and living a life of intentionality, all through this simple principle. Get ready to ditch the debt, build wealth, and live a life of true financial peace. Let's dive in. Now let's talk about the first 10% tithing. Tithing is a principle that has been around for centuries, and it's a way for us to show our trust and faith in God's provision. Proverbs 3:9-10 tells us, "Honor the Lord with your wealth, with the first fruits of all your crops. Then your barns will be filled to overflowing, and your vats will brim over with new wine." This scripture emphasizes the importance of giving God the first and best of what we have. See, when we tithe, we're acknowledging that everything we have comes from God. It's a way of saying, God, I recognize that you are the source of all my blessings. We're putting Him first in our finances, and that's an act of worship. It's a tangible way to show our devotion and commitment to Him. It's like saying, God, I trust you with my money. I trust that you will take care of my needs and provide for me in ways that I can't even imagine. I know that you'll provide for me. And this trust is not just about finances, it's about every aspect of our lives. And you know what? He always does. God is faithful, and He honors our faithfulness to Him. Tithing isn't about trying to earn God's favor or blessing. It's not a transaction, it's a relationship. It's about obedience and gratitude. It's about recognizing God's sovereignty and expressing our thankfulness for His provision. It's about acknowledging Him as the provider of all things. When we tithe, we are declaring that God is our ultimate source. And let me tell you something, folks. When you start honoring God with your finances, you're going to see a shift in your life. You'll begin to notice changes not just in your financial situation, but in your overall sense of peace and fulfillment. You're going to start experiencing His blessings in ways you never thought possible. These blessings might come in various forms, such as opportunities, relationships, and even personal growth. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, Alfonso, I can barely make ends meet as it is. The idea of giving away 10% of your income can seem daunting, especially when you're struggling to pay bills. How am I supposed to give away 10% of my income? Listen, I get it. It's a legitimate concern, and it's something many people wrestle with. But here's the thing. God doesn't need your money. He wants your heart. He desires a relationship with you that is built on trust and faith. He wants you to trust Him. He wants you to believe that He is capable of meeting all your needs. And sometimes the best way to show Him that you trust Him is by being obedient, even when it's hard. It's in those challenging moments that our faith is truly tested and strengthened. When you tithe faithfully, you're telling God, I trust you more than I trust my own ability to provide. You're saying that you believe in His promises and His faithfulness. And that, my friends, is a powerful statement. It's a declaration of faith that can transform your life. So I want you to make a commitment today to start tithing. Take that step of faith and see how God moves in your life. Start with whatever you can, even if it's just a small amount. The important thing is to begin the practice of giving and trusting God with your finances. And trust that God will honor your obedience. He sees your heart and your willingness to put Him first. You see, tithing isn't about the amount. It's about the attitude with which you give. It's about putting God first in your finances. It's about making Him a priority in every area of your life. And when you do that, you're opening yourself up to His blessings in a whole new way. You're creating space for God to work miracles in your life. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. What about my church? What if I don't agree with everything they do? These are valid concerns, and it's important to address them. Listen, finding a church home you trust is important. It's crucial to be part of a community where you feel spiritually fed and supported, but don't let that be an excuse not to tithe. Your giving is ultimately an act of worship to God, not just support for the church. Find a ministry you believe in, a place where you see God moving, and sow your seed there. Your tithe can go to any place where you see God's work being done. Remember, tithing is between you and God. It's a personal act of faith and obedience. It's about obedience and gratitude. It's about your relationship with Him and your trust in His provision. So don't let anything hold you back from experiencing the blessings that come with honoring God with your finances. Start tithing today and watch what God does. You'll be amazed at how He moves in your life. Trust in His promises and see how He blesses you abundantly. Alright, let's move on to the second 10% saving. Saving is a crucial part of building a secure and prosperous future. Proverbs 21:20 tells us, "The wise store up choice food and olive oil, but fools gulp theirs down." This ancient wisdom still holds true today. Now that's talking about more than just food, folks. It's talking about being prepared for the future. It's about making wise decisions today that will benefit you tomorrow. We live in a world where anything can happen. The unexpected is always around the corner. You could lose your job, your car could break down, you could have an unexpected medical expense. These are the realities of life. Life throws curveballs, and if you're not prepared, those curveballs can knock you flat on your back. It's not a matter of if, but when. That's why it's crucial to have money saved up for emergencies and future needs. An emergency fund acts as a financial cushion. Saving 10% of your income might seem tough, especially if you're used to living paycheck to paycheck, but it's a habit worth cultivating. But trust me, it's possible. Start small. Even the smallest amount can make a difference over time. Even if you can only save $20 a week, that's $20 more than you had before. Small steps lead to big changes. As you start to see that savings account grow, you'll be amazed at how motivating it is to keep going. The sense of accomplishment is incredibly rewarding. Now I know what you're thinking. Alfonso, where am I supposed to find this extra money to save? It can seem daunting at first. Well, let's look at that 80% we're living on for a minute. There are often hidden opportunities to save within our existing budgets. Are there areas where you can cut back? Maybe there are subscriptions you don't use or expenses you can reduce. Maybe you can eat out one less time a week or find a cheaper cell phone plan. Every little bit helps. These small adjustments can add up over time. Remember, we're not talking about depriving yourself here. It's about making mindful choices that align with your financial goals. We're talking about being intentional with your money, setting clear goals and working towards them step by step. We're talking about making choices that will set you up for success in the long run. It's about creating a roadmap for your financial future. Building a solid savings habit is like building a strong foundation for your financial house. Without a strong foundation, the house won't stand. It gives you peace of mind knowing that you're prepared for whatever life throws your way. Financial security brings a sense of calm and stability, and let's be honest, there's nothing more freeing than knowing you have money in the bank when you need it. It's a liberating feeling. So, start small, be consistent, and watch your savings grow. Consistency is key to building a robust savings habit. You'll be amazed at how good it feels to be in control of your finances. Taking charge of your financial future is empowering and fulfilling. Now let's talk about that 80%, the part of your income you're actually living on. This is the portion that covers your day-to-day expenses, the essentials, and even some of the little luxuries that make life enjoyable. Proverbs chapter 27 verses 23 to 24 says, "Be sure you know the condition of your flocks, give careful attention to your herds, for riches do not endure forever, and a crown is not secure for all generations." This ancient wisdom is a timeless reminder to be diligent and mindful of our resources. This verse reminds us to be wise stewards of what we have, whether it's our finances, our time, or our talents. It's about taking responsibility and making informed decisions that will benefit us in the long run. Living on 80% of your income requires a budget. A well-thought-out budget is the cornerstone of financial stability and success. I know, the B word can be scary. The idea of budgeting often brings up feelings of restriction and sacrifice, but trust me, it's not about restriction, it's about freedom. When you have a budget, you have a plan, and with a plan, you have control over your financial destiny. A budget is simply a plan for your money. It's a roadmap that guides you towards your financial goals and helps you avoid unnecessary detours. It helps you track where your money is going so you can make sure it's aligning with your values and goals. This alignment is crucial for achieving both short-term and long-term financial success. Start by tracking your expenses for a month. This exercise will give you a clear picture of your spending habits and highlight areas where you can make adjustments. Write down every dollar you spend, from your morning coffee to your rent payment. This detailed tracking is the first step towards financial awareness and control. You might be surprised at where your money is actually going. Often it's the small, seemingly insignificant purchases that add up over time. Once you have a good understanding of your spending habits, you can start creating a budget that works for you. Tailor it to fit your lifestyle and financial goals. Allocate money for your needs first: housing, food, transportation, utilities. These are your non-negotiables, the essentials that keep your life running smoothly. Then, factor in your wants, the things that bring joy and enrichment to your life. Entertainment, dining out, hobbies. These are important too, as they contribute to your overall happiness and well-being. The key is to be realistic and to prioritize. Understand that you might need to make some sacrifices, but those sacrifices are investments in your future. You might not be able to have it all right now, but that's okay. Patience and perseverance are essential in the journey towards financial freedom. Remember, we're playing the long game here. Financial success doesn't happen overnight. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Living within your means doesn't mean living a life of deprivation. It means making thoughtful choices that align with your values and long-term goals. It means being content with what you have and finding joy in the simple things. Contentment is a powerful tool in achieving financial peace. It means being grateful for what God has provided and using your resources wisely. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have. Now, I know creating and sticking to a budget can be tough, especially at first. It's a new habit that requires discipline and commitment. But there are tools and resources available to help you. From apps to websites, there's a wealth of information at your fingertips, and even good old-fashioned pen and paper. Choose the method that works best for you and stick with it. Sometimes the simplest methods are the most effective. Find what works best for you and commit to it. Consistency is key in building and maintaining a successful budget. Remember, financial freedom is a journey, not a destination. It's about making continuous progress and celebrating small victories along the way. There will be bumps in the road, but don't give up. Challenges are opportunities for growth and learning. Stay focused on your goals, be disciplined, and trust that God will honor your efforts. Faith and perseverance go hand in hand. Living on 80% of your income might require some adjustments, but I promise you, it's worth it. These adjustments are steps towards a more secure and fulfilling financial future. You'll experience a level of financial peace and freedom you never thought possible. This peace is the reward for your hard work and dedication. And that, my friends, is priceless. The joy and contentment that come from financial stability are beyond measure. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more content on living a financially wise and biblically grounded life. We're here to equip you with the tools and knowledge you need to win with money and live a life of abundance. Remember, with the 10-10-80 rule, you can honor God, secure your future, and live within your means. It's not about being perfect, it's about taking control of your finances and making choices that align with your values. Start small, be consistent, and trust the process. You've got this. The financial teachings shared on this channel are based on biblical principles and are intended for educational and spiritual guidance only. They do not constitute professional financial, legal, or investment advice. Always seek counsel from a licensed financial advisor or qualified professional for your personal financial decisions. We encourage prayer, discernment, and wise stewardship in all matters related to money and faith.